What is the value that you put on the claim?
I want the £4,000 or the ring back so that I can get the proper value and sell it on.
The difficulty I have is that my powers are limited, and in law, I can't award what's called specific performance. In other words, I can't force this third, potentially fourth, maybe fifth party, who knows, it could be stolen, for all I know, to give it back. Even if I could, I have to tell you, John wouldn't be able to be in a position to advise me of who the subject of the order should be, because he doesn't know where it is.
Right.
So I then have to look to value. Now, what I've done in this case, which you may be aware of, is I sought an independent valuer to look at this particular ring, and I shall read out the assessment that was given.
Yep.
Now, this could only be based on the photos. It says this: it's impossible to tell if gold or by Gucci from the photos. It looks like a vintage citrine costume ring. The Jennifer Gucci box is very cheaply made, and as far as I'm aware, nothing to do with the company Gucci. In my opinion, from the info I have and the photographs, it's not Gucci, or their style and costume, and is of little value. If it was a ring of unknown make in 18-karat gold, as of today, roughly 14 grams, it would be £316.40 in scrap and would retail around the £500 mark.
Right.
That's the independent assessment. Did you promise Melissa £4,000?
I must have done.
Thank you.
I just lost a close family member just beforehand. I wasn't thinking straight, and you know I'm in the wrong, and I'd like to make a donation on top of this to Melissa's 2 fund. You know, I feel terrible about it. I do.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot. Have you heard that?
I didn't know about the abuse part of being beat up and having a teeth. I didn't know any of that, you know, so...
Well, John, I'm grateful to hear that.
Yeah.
Melissa, John, this is a very difficult case in law. You don't have a written contract. What effectively happened here is that you gave a ring to John that you had no idea of the value of. John held himself out as a de facto expert and said, I think it's worth £4,000. What's more, I'm going to take a commercial punt. I so believe that it's £4,000 that I will give you that £4,000 for sure. In other words, I will guarantee that money because I intuitively believe that I can make a profit on it. He told me in the course of evidence that he intuitively thought it could be worth as much as £10,000. In other words, he was prepared to take a risk of giving you that £4,000 because potentially he stood to benefit to the tune of an extra £6,000. The question is, are you entitled to that £4,000? The reality of the situation now, and I have to consider the interests of justice, is I'm now in a position independently to know the true value of that ring. The true value of that ring is £500. It would offend the interests of justice to award you £4,000. In other words, to reward you for an item, a good, a chattel, a thing that the court knows is not worth that sum. In law, I cannot do that, regardless of what you were promised. Consequently, I can award you something, but only the retail value of the jewellery, which in my judgment, based upon the independent evidence, is £500. That is the award of the court.
Thank you, Judge.
Melissa was awarded £500 of her original claim. Since Melissa was in court, she has won £4 million on a scratch card. Let's find out how both parties felt about their day in court.
I feel pretty let down. I mean, yeah, £500 is more than the £25 that I spent, but I really truly believed I was getting £4,000 for that ring.
I'm sorry, Melissa, all right. Are we friends again?
That easy?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Are we friends again?
John, We was always good friends anyway. But the thing is,
Go on.
are you going to carry through what you promised?
Of course I will, you know I will.
Because you know.
Yeah. You'll get all your Facebook followers onto me if I don't, won't you?
I wouldn't do that to anybody.
I will, I promise you.
I felt very betrayed by him, more so because he wouldn't answer me. That was all I wanted. I just wanted some answers.
I didn't know about the real reason behind the getting a teeth done, you know. Maybe I'd have been a little bit more forthcoming with my messages back to her if I had done.
If you enjoyed that video, then I strongly suggest clicking here for more highlights. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, and why not, so that you never miss out, subscribe. Clicking down there, that's an order.